Welcome back to the Movie Draft House. I'm your host, Mark. This is a 5-minute review. In this week's reviews, we're continuing our journey down the Planet of the Apes trilogy. Yesterday, if you saw yesterday's episode, it was Rise of the Planet of the Apes 2011 franchise starter. And today, I'm going to be reviewing the 2014 follow-up to Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn for the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That's a mouthful. This one it came out 2014, it's rated PG-13, runs for 2 hours and 10 minutes, so it's about 30 minutes longer than Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It is directed by Matt Reeves, so he takes over for Wyatt Rupert. Or Rupert Wyatt. I don't know. Wyatt Rupert, I think it's once again written by 3 people, and I did some research for the podcast. You'll be so proud of me. And one of the writers, Amanda Silver, is a CG character writer. She is responsible she has done countless films that deal heavily with CG or animated characters, Avatar, The Way of the Water, Jurassic Park films, all the Planet of the Apes movies, a bunch of animated stuff. So she is responsible for the writing when it comes to these non-real characters. So my hunch was correct. But this one stars Gary Oldman. He plays the villain here. Keri Russell, Andy Serkis again as Caesar, and Jason Clarke, who is our protagonist, or sorts. He's our 1B to Caesar's 1A. Cody Smith-McPhee also plays a smaller role here. But so I also looked up why Wyatt Rupert did not return for the second, considering how big of a success Rise of the Planet of the Apes was. And it turns out that he didn't like the timeline that 20th Century Fox gave him for the follow-up. He didn't like that. They were like, hey, we need this film in 3 years. And he made the poor decision to not do it and hand it to Matt Reeves. And he decided that Wyatt Rupert was going to make The Gambler instead, starring Mark. What's the last name? Just Marky Mark. Why does his last name escape me? Well, anyways, that movie sucked. It bombed, and Wyatt Rupert hasn't had a career since. And like, can you just imagine your career hinges on a decision to make a movie? And here we are. And now Matt Reeves is one of the biggest action directors, big budget directors in Hollywood today. Dawn for the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, single-handedly propelled him to the Batman franchise. And so, turns out he made a good decision. Anyways, Dawn for the Planet of the Apes is your classic us versus them story, and us trying to understand them, and them being the primates here, and us being the humans. And Caesar and his group have holed up in the woods, and they just want to be left alone. They just want to live. They just want to be left alone. But Jason Clarke's group finds them and figures out that they are on top of a dam or a power plant that can provide them with much needed electricity and stuff to help them live. But what's his face? Gary Oldman's character plays kind of the town leader, and he doesn't like this partnership between the primates and the humans, and decides that he doesn't want to go the Jason Clarke route, and decides that these primates need to go. Like there cannot be an us and them. It can only be us or them. And so he tries to exterminate the primates, and fails, but there's also an uprising of other primates in Caesar's group, led by the bad primate, the bad ape, Koba. And the Koba uprising leads to ramifications and War of the Planet of the Apes. But Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is I really like this one too, because it features a partnership, and it features Caesar expressing his desire to work with humans. And I think that goes back to Rise of the Planet of the Apes and his relationship with James Franco. And I think he sees a lot of James Franco and Jason Clarke's character. And so their dynamic is really good. And it's very trepid, and it's very just kind of at bay. But the action sequences here in this film are very good. That's what Matt Reeves is really good at. He's really good at these big action sequences. And Jason Clarke is a very capable, underrated, I think. He doesn't get enough credit, but he can hold a film, and I think he showed that here. And so I highly recommend this one as well. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button when it pops up, so you don't miss any future content right here on the podcast. And don't forget to follow us if you want to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. We're at Movie Draft House. We're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, right here on YouTube. So give us a like, follow, subscribe, and don't forget the podcast releases weekly every Thursday on your favorite podcast streaming platform. And we'll catch you tomorrow, maybe. Yeah, tomorrow. Bye.
Don't you move!
Should we shoot him?
Maybe.
Oh, hey.
Oh, you want a drink?
All right.
Easy.
Easy.
All right.